back. Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins here with breaking news. While the hurricane hit us, we were out of power, but emails were coming through. This video was submitted all the way from Winnipeg, Canada. Submitted by Mike of what looks to be a flying saucer. Take a look. We enhanced the footage. We're going to get a closer look right now. What is this? Is this military or extraterrestrial? Leave your comments below.
Look at it. I got it on tape. Man, look at that. It's right over the house. Fuck, man. Look at that. Fuck me.
Mike explains to me that this thing made no sound whatsoever. I asked him what his thoughts were about extraterrestrial existence. He says he really didn't think about it too much. He's an atheist. I told Mike I really don't care if he's atheist or not. All I said is you captured something incredible. And we've invited Mike to join us on our Third Phase of Moon Fridays radio show to tell us his incredible story. And if you've captured anything incredible just like Mike, submit it to Third Phase of Moon via Skype or Facebook. Everybody keep your eyes on the skies. My name's Blake Cousins. We'll see you again next time.
Anybody know who this is?
I'll have to send you the photo. Sure.
Is anybody emerging? And nobody knows what to do. Robert Vandenberg in Holland, crop circles. Nobody believed that it could be true that he was getting all of these heads generated around him sitting in a chair.
Was this in the audience or was this of the
here's the joke.
Is that Georgia or John Smith? But Steve, who did, I said send it to you. And this is it essentially. He also cropped it, so you can see just the face of it.
I don't know who that is.
Well, it's
no, it's not. It's so ironic.
I don't know who that is.
No, he said
Who took
when
it?
he was watching this, he was not. Well, that could be Barra. I'm not sure, Michael Barra, perhaps.
He did?
So it's right. Yeah, it's right.
I gotta talk.
Now that you discovered the ancient astronaut theory, do you think now we're finally getting close to telling the truth to the world? People are waking up? 30 seconds or less.
Concerning the ancient astronauts, yes, they will getting close to the truth. Concerning the UFOs, no, because the government will never tell the truth. They are not in a position to tell the truth. They cannot tell the truth. It's a shame, but that's the truth.
Why Roswell is still so important 67 years later?
Because unlike every other UFO report, which is just a fleeting, image within the sky, a fleeting light or an object that leaves the immediate area. Roswell is the case where the government actually got their hands on the physical evidence. It's the one case that we have a wealth of eyewitness testimony, deathbed confession testimony, all claiming that it did happen, and historically it's the one and only time the United States government announced to the world that they had actually captured a flying saucer.
Jesse Marcel III, grandson of the man who actually took the fall for what happened in Roswell, and we all now know the truth. Tell us, why is Roswell still so important now?
It's important to know where you came from, and especially in the UFO world, it's the roots. It's the starting of quasi. It was a paradigm shift in the way we thought about things. People are starting to. They went beyond the point of imagining maybe there's life out there to the possibility of life being out there. It really solidified that concept.
It's the biggest story of the millennium, and it's how do I put it down? How does anybody walk away from it and not be influenced to the point that if anything, you don't sweat the small things anymore. You realize that we're just a speck within the universe, and that there's so much knowledge still out there that we should never become so complacent to think that we're at the top of the food chain.
And trade it for what? Humanity against some other civilization. That's what they want you to believe. That's where they're dragging you with the disinformation nexus, which I call retail ufology. Ouch. Sorry, I said it. That's it. But which is why everyone gets really mad at me when I speak about this. Because I'm going, the problem is, if we replace the hatred we have had for each other with the hatred of another species, no matter who they are and where they're from, that's a real problem. When you consider that then, beginning in the 30s and 40s, we were using these kinds of electronics to target and down extraterrestrial vehicles, which is what happened in Roswell. In Roswell in 1947, there were ET vehicles that were doing reconnaissance of universal peace. Because that isn't going to be based on your race, or your planet of origin, or your intellect, or your emotional nature, or your religion.
Welcome back to Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins here, and we're going over incredible video shot on April 2014 all the way from the UK, Liverpool. A man by the name of Francis Hudson claims he can summon UFOs at will. This is some of the footage he's captured with his Panasonic V550 90 times optical zoom. Take a look. We want to thank Francis Hudson for sharing his incredible videos. Take a look at his channel in the original link below. And we also want to remind everybody, Third Phase Moon Radio's on every Friday night, 12 a.m. if you're on the East Coast and 9 p.m. on the West Coast. The number to call in is 347-934-0378. And take a look at the description below. The link is there to join the show live. Share your UFO stories to the world. We'll be standing by. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time. back to Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins here with incredible video shot all the way from Napa just after the earthquake. Alex Christinson is joining us right now live. He's shooting this via his iPhone, shooting the computer screen, thus the lines and the resolution showing up. But I wanted to welcome right now Alex joining us right here at Third Phase Moon all the way from Napa. First, so do you live in the area? Why were you there?
I was visiting Napa, do a little wine drinking, just being a tourist, checking out the beautiful area, Northern California. And all of a sudden that earthquake came about 3 or so in the morning, just freaked us out. So the next morning we decided to walk up and go hiking and just look at the area, see what the damage was. We went hiking up a hill. We saw something up in the sky. We thought it was like a balloon. There's a lot of balloons up Napa area, but it was weird and just started moving at a weird angle up into the clouds. It changed its orientation as we watched, which a balloon would not have done, and disappeared into the midst of the clouds.
So you were with multiple eyewitnesses on the ground over there in Napa just after earthquakes. Sometimes UFOs and earthquakes and natural disasters have a common bond going on. Do you think what you saw was a scenario of possible alien life visiting a natural disaster?
Possibly. It was just too much to think that it was this giant destructive earthquake, and then the next morning we see this thing right above the scene, just basically hovering and then moving. When we were looking at it, we're all looking at it, taking pictures, looking up, and then it started moving away and off into the distance. At first it was just hovering, and then it went away. That's the thing that blew our mind. Well, at first we thought it was some kind of balloon from the angle where we were, but when it started moving, we knew it wasn't a balloon. It wasn't an airplane.
Let me ask you, Alex, this question. See, the video lasts for about 30 seconds. How long was this eyewitness accounts while you guys were on the ground over there witnessing this thing?
I think it was probably around the area for about a minute, but until we started looking up in that area and getting the cameras, we were looking down in the valley, and it was off in the angle to our left, and we started looking over there, and then we started getting footage of it.
It's an incredible video. I look forward to the original high-res HD, and you figure out how to get that to me. I know these files, this HD, is a hard file to get out there, but there's some ways to do it. It's like WeTransfer.com is a good one, and there's even Google hard drive's a good way to send HD videos right to us at Third Phase Moon. You could actually send up to almost 10 gigabytes of file size. So I hope when you get back from your vacation that you could get that to us. I'm glad you shared this via Skype, but we'd like to get a higher detail of this. It's an incredible video. Let me ask you one last question. Did you have a feeling that it could have been a drone of some sort?
The way it moved, if it was a drone, it's like no other drone that I'm aware of. It didn't have rotors, it didn't have wings, and just the way it was stretched out and long, it didn't look like a normal drone that I've seen on TV with a propeller or a jet. It was going in a total different angle from what you'd normally see a normal airplane type drone going.
Let me ask you, how long did this object look to you, and how big? What was it in scale to?
About 3/4 of a football field. It was big. When we finally saw it, it was hovering off to our left, up the hill, kind of looking up the hill, you could see it.
Wow, Alex, if we could get an eyewitness testimony from on the ground over there in Napa and some of your friends, if you could arrange that in the future at certain times, do you think we could get a...
Sure, yep, no problem.
Alex, I really want to thank you for joining us right here at Third Phase of Moon. We're going to go over it, enhance this video, slow it down, zoom in on it, and let the people decide what you captured over there in Napa. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's unidentified, and it seems quite an astonishing moment when it happens right after some kind of major event. Alex, thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Wow, if anybody out there has captured something incredible, send it to Third Phase of Moon via Skype, Facebook. Reach out, share it to the world. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time.
have an unidentified flying object. We have an unidentified flying object. We have an unidentified flying object.